Hiking Agua Tibia Mountain. From Interstate 15 in Temecula, take the Highway 79 south exit and drive east on Highway 79 for 10.6 miles. Park in the Dripping Springs Campground use parking lot, and begin the hike from there. The difficulty rating for the hike is strenuous. The hike begins. With no parking directly at the trailhead, the hike begins by walking on the campground road. The first half mile or so passes through Dripping Springs Campground. Arriving at the trailhead at the end of the road. The most colorful part of the hike is at the creek crossing. No water in the creek during the dry parts of the year. Entering the Agua Tibia wilderness. Passing the Wild Horse Trail Junction. Beginning the long climb. Views begin to open up. The lower slopes are mostly low-lying chaparral. However, some plants grow high overhead, providing some sort of shade on the trail. Agua Tibia Mountain comes into view. While climbing higher, trees become more abundant. About halfway up, the trail temporarily levels out. This is a welcome change which allows the hiker to get closer to the mountain with little effort. But it doesn't take long for the climb to resume. Passing around a bend, with the summit appearing to look rather close. The mountain gets larger looking as I get closer. Reaching the Dripping Springs area. Approaching a critical point in the trail. People tend to get lost in this spot. The trick is to turn left at the big tree ahead instead of choosing the natural opening ahead. Shortly after the tree, the Dripping Springs Trail ends at the Palomarmagi Trail. The trail goes straight toward the peak. Despite the thick vegetation, the pathway is clear. When getting closer to the top, I began looking for the Summit Use Trail. My attention was on the left side of the trail, where I was looking for a pathway. Finding the Summit Use Trail rock cairn. Looks like I go left here. The pathway gets even narrower. Breaking out of the arbor tunnel near the top. The summit was just ahead. I moved faster with excitement. On the summit of Agua Tibia Mountain. The benchmark and register. Taking a look at the register. Time to ascend the summit boulder to make it official. Being extra careful. No time for a video blooper. The official high point. Saying goodbye to the summit. Beginning the 8-mile descent. Back at the trail junction. About 7 miles to go. After 3 miles of steady descent, 4 miles to go. The scenery is better appreciated when going downhill. Persistently managing a brisk pace to avoid being on the trail after sunset. Enjoying the late afternoon shadows. About 2 miles to go and racing the sunset. Leading the Agua Tibia wilderness. As daylight dissipates, so too does the trail. Mission accomplished. The hike in review. The hike begins while walking through Dripping Springs Campground. It then quickly enters the Agua Tibia wilderness. It is a long gradual climb from there to reach the ridge that connects to the peak. With a sharp lookout, I found the summit used trail and elevated to the summit. It is a long return, but is mostly downhill all the way.